Hello, YouTube. It's Mickey D bringing you episode 41 of Stationeers. It's been about 13 or so minutes since the last stream ended. The AC system is working. Let's change the battery here real quick. The AC system is now working correctly. As you can see, it pumped everything through. It's very nice. I thought of a nice little logic system to hook up to this, especially where now every time you load up the world, these default to being off. So, in conjunction with that issue, which I think it was just going to set a logic chip up to basically say, if this is off, turn it on. But then that's just going to mean it's going to run constantly, just like the filtration system does. So what I'm thinking about doing is, and it won't be in this episode, but just something to do later on, is to hook up a pressure monitor or pipe analyzer to this intake system, so that basically if it has any pressure in it, it will kick these on and then run it. And then if which is easy enough because, like I said, all the rooms are on a separate grid, so we can just tell it to do. Now we would need two, because basically we do a batch writer that turns the filters on, and then we would need a single writer to turn the air conditioner on. So I think, and that would get around the problem of the AC turning itself off. I'm hoping, because obviously there's this on-off. But then you also got this start and stop, so we'll have to see how that's exactly set up. So that would get rid of around that issue, but it would also keep these from, running right now, because like this line's empty, so there's no reason for these to be on. And I did check, the CO2 system was 100% CO2, so I'm not sure exactly when we contaminated the room. But it would explain why the pressure was so high. And yes, now everything's back in, so as you can see, we do not have a lot of carbon dioxide. I did think it was strange the last time we filled up the room that it was showing a lot higher. I just assumed that we had produced quite a bit of CO2, which obviously is not the case. But that is enough to get it up high enough to grow the plants in, so that would be good. And so, yeah, that'll be up and running, and we could go ahead and turn that on now. There's no reason not to basically pressurize the greenhouse again. So set anywhere. Yes, we want it to fill up in here. So if we grab our monitor, which is right there. Okay, I guess the battery went dead. It did. Okay. So we will close this. Let's dump everything out of here. And yeah, the focus of this episode is, once I verify that is outputting CO2 correctly, is going to be setting up the base power monitoring system, which is off camera while I was waiting for the AC system to run. Kind of built pretty much everything I thought we would need. Of course, that probably means I'm missing a few things, but. And the only thing I hate about having the walls white is I cannot see the dot for where I'm looking. So let's go change the battery in this, and then we can jump over to the base. Getting that. There we go. Oh, okay, so that, yeah, there was a little bit that came out, which is to be expected and fine. So, yes, 100% CO2. We were at 12, which we just need greater than 6 to have the greenhouse running. We can let this get up to temperature while while we work on the monitoring system. And yeah, because we're at 1 degree Celsius right now, so we've got a little ways to go. I did change the AC setup a little bit in that I set it to. Oh, what did I do? I set it to 30 degrees Celsius. That way, because really it's only conditioning CO2. The CO2, pollution, and nitrogen. And the base is big enough that it's going to be mixed with the oxygen, so it might make it a little bit warmer, but it shouldn't be too high, and the base air conditioning should be able to handle that anyway, because it's only 10 degrees, and it's not 30 degrees Celsius is within the, it's not like it's going to kill us. So what... So that way, when we output the CO2 to the greenhouse, we're not going to be. It'll be already output at basically the minimum level it needs to be at. So that way, because I figured if we, not that right now we can dump a ton of CO2 in at once, unless we drain it and refilter it all. But if we input it all at 20 degrees, then obviously the greenhouse system is going to have to heat that up. So that way it's kind of already preheated to a point. How much that actually translates into, which is more for as it tops off the system. So once the greenhouse is up already running, we're not putting in air that's, quite a bit colder than what the greenhouse itself is, wanting to be at. And I'm just waiting for this to final countdown. And wow, it just keeps going, keep going, keep going. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's close enough. All right, so anyway, on to the system for the batteries. Which looks like should be a relatively easy setup to do. Now the tying in the generator system is going to be the part that's going to make it a little bit more interesting. And I think we might. I think we can reach that okay. So first things first is obviously we need to set these up with the data port, because we did not hook that up initially. Oop, that way. So we do that one, and oh, we did hook that one up. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so now we've got that. And I think what we're going to do is, I think we'll put it on this wall right here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. All right, so I think, and we actually don't need any more heavy cable. Or we should, well, no. Yeah, we are, because we have to pull off the data lines, which is on the heavy cable side. So, yeah, and then, all right, well, this is going to be interesting, because, oh, okay, I think what we can do is we can hook the cable analyzer in, and then we can run off of the lower voltage on that. I think that will work. And well, maybe not, because that's only going to let us analyze. We don't have a. I thought we had the other side. Oh, okay, it does. It just doesn't show it. So I think we're going to start off with this, and I think maybe we'll do something. Actually, we can just run this under the floor. I think will work. Let me see. I think we want to run it that way. We'll leave it down there. I don't really want to stick it on the floor. It'll probably get covered up by the... It might stick up higher than the grating. But if we're going to come off of it here and have the circuits, then I don't want to have to... I don't know. We'll see, because it's going to use more heavy cable this way, which we probably don't have enough of. And first of all, we need to change this out to a... yeah, there we go. And we're going to need a junction. Three-way junction, very nice. Oh, and we do need to hook the generator up as well. All right, so maybe we will do it that way. I think that will actually work pretty good. Okay, so let's put this. We'll run it underneath the floor, and then we should be able to run. Now I'm hoping we'll find out here. I don't know if that isolates between or not. At the worst, we're going to burn up some cable, so it's not, that big of a deal. All right, and we'll just kind of run this up to get up here. All right. Oh. Does it not is this one of those things where it looks like it's not connecting? Oh, we actually gotta, okay. So it's like the pipes. I guess that makes sense. It's actually gotta sit on top. So the question is that gonna burst anything into flames? And if this is the data port, all right, so maybe we don't want to, all right, I think we actually don't need to, I think I see how we want to do this. Oh, and all this stuff's in my way. All right, so I think what we want to do is we actually want to break that. Let's put the heavy cable back now. All we've got to do is be on the line. So, there we go. Cable corner, cable corner, cable corner, and then a straight. So now we should be able to pull the data off of it, which is all we really want. And then we don't have to worry about it feeding into the system. Though actually that is our supply side. And we might have to put a transformer there, because the problem is we need to power the electronics as well. Oh, actually we can pull down off this light. so that'll work. All right, it'll be a little, well, I guess it'll be fine, because once it's, once all the walls and stuff are back up, then it's not even gonna, you won't even be able to see it. All right, so there is our total potential. Oh, you know what we should do while we're, let's go, one thing I forgot to bring down is the network analyzer. So we will obviously need that. All right. Oh, and actually while we're up here, let's check. Oh, very nice. Greenhouse is at 23.8 and climbing. So hopefully we can plant some plants. And actually, before we plant any plants, we will run the furnace. That will let us test that the AC cooling is working properly, which it should be, and that it's so potential is 9.18, actual is 3.9, 3.9. Okay. So I don't know if this is actually going to give us any more than we need from the batteries, but we'll see. All right, so we need so first of all, we're going to need to read from the batteries. And we're actually going to have to read from, I think, all 3 batteries, and then we're going to write to a sign up top, which is pretty much right up above here. So we'll tie in for that light, and then bring a line up, and then we can bring the battery charger in off of that as well. So we're gonna want to read. I think we're gonna want the 3 readers, because we need to read, like I said, from each battery, which we've got 3. Or can we do it? Can we do it from? Well, let's just check. I think we might be able to read from 1, because we should be able to do basically math for the rest. I think that'll work. Oop, junction, yes. And I think I'm just going to end up dropping a whole bunch of stuff on the ground here, so we can just keep swapping between everything. All right, so we're going to run a read. Let's try cable analyzer. Let's see what it'll give us. Power potential, actual, required. So potential should give us our total. Why is it giving us? Oh, we don't have the power hooked up to it yet. Duh. All right. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of, and then we can tie everything in. So I don't want to pull off the heavy line. So we're going to run it up here. Just because we pull off the heavy line, there's a chance we could burn some stuff out. All right, but thankfully we have this line right here, which we're probably going to be 1 short on being able to reach. And I think, ooh, very nice, facing the right way. Look at that. Okay. Why aren't you turning on? Oh, did I hook up the... Yeah. So that's the data port. We need the power port. Ah, there we go. Very nice. Okay. So there we go. Cable analyzer, power potential, 7.3, and then I think what we're going to need to do is pull off and autosave. Yeah. Are we already down to that much cable? Oh, yeah. It's going to be one of those times where we're going to have to make more cable. One of these ways is the way we want. Thank you. And let us do, I think we can pull. Now we probably could do this with memory as well. Oh. So, alright, the problem is that we are not actually tied into... Oh no, we are for the power, so... no, it's on the other side. I don't think you can pull through the transformers. Because we're not seeing the batteries. Well, this is going to make this a little interesting. Alright, so what we might need to do then, how are we going to do this without crossing these? Oh, let me get back over there. Alright. Yeah, because we definitely need to be able to read from the batteries. Otherwise, this is not going to work very well. Alright, let's grab... yeah, I really wish they'd... I mean, obviously, early access. There's some, you know, limitations. Alright, so we need to... I guess what we can do is we can bump the heavy cable out one, and we can bend down and go into the floor and come back for the data. I think that's what we're going to have to do to be able to read those. Yeah. And try to leave everything situated over here. How many heavy cables do we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yep, we're going to need more heavy cable. So we'll go grab that. Yeah, that was the one thing I didn't think I was going to need much more of. But obviously we are. We should only need a couple, though. It's 6. We'll just make like 10 and call that good. Well, I didn't think I was going to need this many in the first place, but I don't see us need any more than that. Let's check too. Did I put any, I might run the fabricator for a minute and see, because if we have, I really wish you could do like multiples of 10 in this. We don't have any copper in it. I was hoping we did. 45. Oh, there we go. I thought I had stacked some up in there. That is the one thing I like the fabricator for, because you can just set your amounts, and then you don't have to, you know, we don't have to come back and have, you know, 300 things of cable, which we'd probably still end up needing anyway, but all right. So of course, this is going to depower the base when we do this, which means I'll probably have to go up there and reactivate the the fabricator anyway. But all right, and cables. All right, so we'll get this. And we'll just turn this the other way. Oh, you know what? We can actually just change that to a corner. That will work. And we don't need heavy cable for that. Oh, actually that will not work as a corner. No, because we have to push these out. Yeah, I was right the first time with the junction. Come on, one of these ones is the one we want. Sometimes these just do not want to turn the way you want them to turn. Thank you. All right, so I think we should now be able to just do a turn and come back, and that should give us some room to drop the and then we'll have to go reset the fabricator if we need be. Very nice. Throw a junction in. Throw a junction in. Okay, so it should all be running again. All right, let's go turn that fabric, because we're going to definitely need that wiring. And yeah. Oh, it didn't actually cut it off. Or it resumed. Oh, that's nice to know. Okay. Yeah. Very nice. All right. So, let's see now. We need to hook up our, so what I'm thinking is we will bend down. And I'm hoping we can do this without grinding everything out. Probably not, though. I think I'm going to have to climb down there. Yeah. And I was kind of hoping. Oh, yeah. Let me get that put back in the right spot. And let's put this away, because we shouldn't really need that anymore. Now, hopefully we should be able to do this without, I think we can connect. There we go. So straight, run back. And we're going to need a junction. Oh, no. Oh, junction. Come on. There we go. Right there. Corner. That should tie in. Yes. Do a straight section. Very nice. All right. And we'll do a junction. And then now we should be able to read the data without having to worry about anything bursting into flames. Oh, corner. There we go. Straight. And we can actually tie in. Right here. I think it's right there. So if we throw a junction, nope, down, and then a corner. Okay, very nice. So now our power output is running and our data is coming down, tying in, and then it'll tie in. So we'll be able to see the batteries and that monitor together. And we're gonna have to go up and grab those, grab the cables that we were making, because we're definitely gonna run out here shortly. And we should come on, turn. There we go. All right, so we'll get that covered all back up now. We should not have to access the... No. Oh, we might need to tie into that. Do we have a little bit more? Yes, we did. Oh, come on. Other way. Other way. There we go. All right. So we'll get that all buttoned back up. Which I'll probably have missed something. I need to pull all that open again, but hey. Right. Yeah, that's not bad. I do like that everything fits in nicely. Okay. Screwdriver. All right. So now we should be able to... Oh, that's the door for that one. Okay. So stationary battery, which I don't think it really... Okay, maximum. So that will give us... So see, we could do that off of a reader as well. We could just make a memory unit with... what is that? 3,600,000 or 3.6 million. Yeah, but that'll... So that's our million. So we're going to need a memory circuit now. And let's see, we'll leave those over there. And I think we'll just tie memory in. I'm going to go ahead and just put a few in right there. And we'll change those to a 4-ways. Oh, yeah, we didn't go upstairs and grab the cable. Alright, so there. Now we should be able to set that as a, let's see, we want to do 3. So yeah, oh, we're gonna, hang on, I'm gonna cough. Okay. Sorry about that. So we're gonna need the labeler because we're gonna need to label those memories and stuff so we know which one we're pulling off of. And I believe that we're supposed to be able to pull labeler and the cables. Well, it's still got 6 more. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the fabricator. It is very slow. And we'll probably hook some chutes on this in a stacker at some point. All right, and since we're up here, we might as well just change the battery in our suit and get that taken care of. All right, run back down here now. And we will get, so we're going to want to label this one, we don't really need battery count. We'll just call it that. And then we're going to need, let's see, that's logic. No. We need the math. And we'll... Yeah, we can tie in right there, I guess. All right, tie there. Oh. Where is... All right, so I think I'm going to just do the whole, just throw 4-ways up there for now. And then we'll clean up the wiring once we're done, because it's kind of annoying to pull out, put the correct wire in, and then you end up having to add another chip and change the wire. All right, so we want to basically take, so this is our logic reader with our, that is our potential. That's the max, and then that is our maximum. Oh no, that doesn't even, okay, maximum. So we want to take that times 3 divided by that, I think should give us, oh, well, that's all it is. That's pretty actually simple. For some reason, I don't think that's right, but let's label the rest of these too. So this is our potential reader. This is our max reader. Our memory set. Okay, let's see if this works or not. Screwdriver. All right, so we want to do input in 1 is going to be battery count. No. We're going to need 2 maths, aren't we? So let's do, we need our max power. And then then we need our memory. Which I guess we could have just done that as a, we could have probably just done that as a memory chip. But obviously I wouldn't really want to put that big of a number in. So max, we've got our max power, and then we need our battery count. And then we're going to multiply, and then that's going to give us some huge number. So basically that is our current max. That's what the number we're going to divide by. So this is going to be our total power storage. Confirm. Okay. So we want to take another math unit now. And we are going to want to do logic math, and I'm going to turn these around so they kind of are facing up, though I suppose it doesn't really matter. So we're going to screwdriver, thank you. All right, so we want to take our total power storage and divide that by our potential. So we want to say total power storage. Oh, no, we got to run the cables. Okay, and by our total power storage divided by our potential reader. Gives us 1.43. That seems wrong. That means we would be at, let's see, we should be reading at about 66%, a little bit over. Is potential reader the one we don't? Is that what we don't want? Let's see if we do some math here. No, wait a minute. Potential is, if I remember correctly, potential is, I think potential is only, potential 7.8 megawatts. I think that's what we don't. 7.8. So if we have, what do we have? 36,000,000 times 3 equals, yeah, that's 10.8. Required actual. So where is the, if we, oh, so yeah, if we're doing, yeah, that's not, potential is not the number we want. Because potential for 1 is less. And if we multiply that by 3, that's going to give us 2, oh, wait a minute, no. Our max power reader is 36. 36,000,000 times 3. Yeah, that's 10.8. 10.8. Oh, wait a minute. I think we messed up. Power storage, battery count. battery count. No, that's why. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. Maybe I did have it. Max power reader and battery count. Yeah, multiply. All right, so that should give us our total storage capacity. But that's giving us a 1.2, which is obviously, and then if we divided that by 1.2 divided by 1.2 divided by 3 equal, no. All right, what am I missing on this? Battery, reader, potential. Let's grab a battery. So mode, error. I thought we were supposed to be able to pull a ratio off of this. Oh, yeah, we can pull a ratio of what's used, but that's not going to help us. So 3, 6, yeah, times 3. 600 is I think it's the potential is what we don't want. So 36000 times 3 gives us 10.8. But 10.8 9.5. Well, no, that should be right. Our potential is at 9.5. So if we're reading total power storage, which is our maximum, divided by potential reader, which is how much we currently have, we get 1.0. Why are we getting a higher number than what we are actually putting? It should be lower. So if we have 10.8.0.0.0 divided by 9.0.0, so if we have 9, oh, okay, that's 1.2. 3.6, no. All right, I'm messing something up here in my math because this is not working out. Oh, do we need to divide it by 0.2 divided by 100 to put it into a ratio? 0.2. Oh, let me see. What am I doing wrong on here? Batteries. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it is. We're dividing backwards. It should be power potential divided by the total storage. Okay, 0.98. Yes. So there we go. I was doing my math backwards. Yeah, correct, because we want to divide by the other way. Okay, so we're at 9.99, so basically we have to multiply that by 100, and that'll give us as a percentage. Times 100. But I think we don't actually have to. I think the LED is actually already set up to be able to read as a percentage. So, and then we're just going to clean up the wiring here. Okay. to... Yeah, we'll just... And we'll run it up to the top. And then we should be good to go. And obviously we still need to tie in some sort of backup. For the let's see, is there one on the top? There is. Oh, we're not actually using that one though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull that off. Oh, autosave. All right. So we still need to tie in the generator at some point. But that will be, and then we need to set up a circuit to oh, we don't need that either. We didn't use that one, and we didn't use that one. All right. So we get this all cleaned up. I do like that the walls hide all this. And junction. So we'll stick the LED up top, and then this will be complete. Oops, oh, I missed it again. All right, there we go. Straight. Yeah, so we still need to do the generator, tie that in, and we'll set it to, I think it will use this system as well. So it'll take the output from this, which is 0.99, and we can say if it gets to, you know, if we're down to a quarter power or something and the battery is not charging, then it can kick in the generator. So that should be a relatively easy expansion of this. But we're already almost at an hour, so, you know, because I messed up on my math, so I was making that a little, you know, well, I guess we didn't really, I wasn't messed up on it for that long. And I'm trying to pick up some of this. Okay. We can go ahead and grab the labeler. And we'll grab, oh, let's turn that off so we're not wasting the battery on that. So, yeah, pretty simple system. So basically our max power reader off of one battery, and really this, and this can be combined, but we'd have to put 3.6 million in there as a number. So, you know, relatively easy. If we increase the batteries, then we can just up this count and it's automatically going to adjust. So we don't have to really, you know, if we expand the system, which, you know, obviously we're getting plenty of power generation, and this is giving our potential. So very easy to adjust the system, so we can basically just increase this and it'll output the correct number. And yeah, so that's all tied in. We should be good to go there. And now we need to run, which I don't know, we might run out of cable again. All right, and let's try to, I'm trying not to leave, everything else has been, I keep thinking there's a circuit board on the floor right there. All right, so if we pull this off and do this, let's grab these so they're all together. That we can, well, we can actually take all, yeah, we'll leave them down here. Yeah, we might actually run out of cable for this. Oh, I did that again. You know what? There's probably an easier way to do that. I think what we can do is change this to a three-way corner. Three-way, there we go. No, three-way. Thank you, right there. And I think we might have to use some of that wiring that we still have up top. And I think this is going to be easier to do from up there as well. Let's see here. Yeah, of course. Wrench. Grinder. Yes, grinder. Toss that. And yeah, wrench. So we're going to move this tank at the same time while we do this. And we'll go ahead and grab all of this stuff. Oh, yeah, we have the whole iron floor thing. So actually, we're going to bring the steel sheets with us. And so we'll toss those over there. Toss that. All right, so we're going to want to tie a corner in. Run up. That is our input line. All right, we're going to have to do this. Yeah, I guess we can put the battery over on that side. I'm still wanting to have her on my jetpack. Still waiting for that. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I think that line may get in the way. Maybe we can change that slightly. I love how everything just falls and sits like that. All right. So if we take this and so the tank we can run through. I want the power monitor like here. This is all the same circuit. So we might not run that up like that. I think the best bet actually is probably going to be run it up on this side. And now that I'm looking at it some more. Oh, and there we go. All right, so we're going to pull this back up. We will change this out. in. It's all the same. Wait a minute. No. Shoot. That is not. That is on a different grid. That's right. Because that is on the AC grid for the base, which is a different system. All right. So basically, we just gotta put this back the way it was. Great. I forgot that was. We moved that to a different grid because it was on with this room, but obviously we ran into the issue of so what I'm gonna do then is I'm just gonna run this a little bit different, and we'll hide it in the wall here. So basically pretty much like we were doing, except we're gonna, oh, nope. Except what we're gonna do is come out around, since we still don't have any way to cross over. We ran a cable. We should have a few more still over here from when we were making the batch. Probably not enough. We have enough for 40. Yeah, I wish you could do like a shift. Oop. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, anyway. Right, we might actually be able to get the rest of this from up here now. Oh, which reminds me, I need to make some duct tape too, which I think means we've actually we can make those on the fabricator. Okay, and I think what I want to do is I want to put the battery charger kind of over on this side. Which hopefully should work fine with the tank being over there. It's kind of need to come rolling out. So I think we can do that. We'll move the power. Yeah, I mean the power charger doesn't have to be on this system. Let's see where we're at. We're pulling the power. Yeah, that's fine, because we're pulling this power off of the battery room anyway. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because we're tying off into here. So we should be good. All right, so we'll move there, and then we can put the LED up here as well. And while we're doing this, this is when we'll go ahead and move our drop-off station. Since we've got the wall open already. And oh, that's right, we got the wall on there. Okay, let's see, where is... Oh, I'm gonna fall, ain't I? Yeah, I hate you get stuck on a little ledge like that and you can't jump. there, which we're going to want to change to... Oh, I think this is just going to... I think we're going to have just enough room to get this in there. Because otherwise that piping would have been in the way. Alright, do we have enough tubing for this? I think we might. Stuck on the corner again. Oh, actually, no, we're not. Oh, and autosave. There we go. Oh, really? There's a corner there, isn't there? Shoot. Huh. Oh, there's not a corner there. Or is there? Is there one? No. Grinder. Alright, let's get this opened up. Oh. Okay, that's what it was. This. We did pull up that corner. There we go. Straight section. Very nice. Alright, and we can go ahead and... I think we're gonna... Yeah, we'll just come in from the bottom. That way we can have it actually facing the correct way. And... we're gonna be like one pipe short, I know it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And we got, I don't know if it's enough iron. Okay, yep. We'll just let that use up the rest of the iron for there, because that'll give us like 6 pipes. Because obviously, we're going to need more pipes at some point. And the question is now is, do we want to... Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit higher. I don't know. We'll throw it down there. We can always move it. Oh, wow. Obviously now we're going to move it. No. I really hope that bounced. Oh, thank you. See what happens when you have holes in the floor? Okay. So there is our dump station now, which that should work a lot better. Okay, that gives us some pipes left over. So battery can go there, and then we can tie in for the same, off the same line for the monitoring system with the console. We're going to need to weld the frame back up to do that. And then that should pretty much finish it off. Let's see, we need the iron for that. And we're going to go ahead and do that again. We don't need to come down here again, so, except for clean up, so. Look at that. We're 100% Oh, we didn't label that, did we? Yeah, let's label that real quick, because we're going to need to be able to find that on the system for one. So we're going to say total, let's just call it power percentage. Okay, very nice. Oh, I've stored that. Do we get room to iron sheets? We'll need to weld those. Actually, we can do that from down here. Where? How are we missing 2 iron sheets? They must be upstairs. Alright. Let's everything down here. So we're good down here. You know, I'm wondering if I should add light switches in. When you have the logic switches, we should be able to flip them to, you know, use them as light switches. Or, oh, actually, you know what? I just had an odd idea. I think I'm going to hook the light switches onto motion sensors. So if we're not in the room, it will shut off the light. Which I think is actually a pretty good idea. Okay. Let's get the, should be iron sheets. There we go. Get this button back up. And steel sheets. We don't want to weld that one all the way just yet. We can go ahead and weld this one though. Question is can I weld them if the... Oh, yep, looks like you can. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we could weld them if the walls were on them or not. I hadn't tried that yet. Okay, so we're going to pull these off. And let's grab, yep, battery charger. Okay, very nice. Go ahead and throw these on here. Probably change out the suit battery while we're at it. Did I put a... Nope, guess not. Okay. Oh, let's turn that on. And did we bring up the... because I'm interested to see what... our draw is on that. Oh. Okay. No, we're good. Okay. Now we should be able to hook. I think... do it this way. Turn that on. I'm gonna get that out of there. And should be able to do a straight. Oop, wrong one. Ah, very nice. Oh. You know what? I just realized I have no idea how to program the signs. Do we have a slot in that? Or do we have to do it off of a console? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, because we don't have a disk slot on this, do we? I think we have to tie that into a console. they don't have a slot on them. So I'm guessing we have to change. We have to tie it into a. Oh, no, we need a writer. That's right. Yes, duh. We have to use a logic writer to send to it, which is we can easily add that to the system down below real quick. Let's see how much cables. Yeah, because we're gonna need those. Okay, we'll turn that off and clean that up. I like to have stuff laying all around the base. So we should, and I actually want to put that up one higher, I think. Pry bar. What do we get? A grinder? No. Wrench? No. All right. What am I missing? I am missing a tool. 3. Oh, yes. Just the one I was looking for. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stick that up a little bit higher. That way it doesn't look so crowded right there. Okay, and we should be able to close that back up now. Nope. Welder. There we go. Well, okay. So that looks nice. Much better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. We still have to clean that up a little bit. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. There and there. And so we've got a couple pieces of steel that are laying around somewhere, because we should have a piece for there. I think we found all the floor grates. 4, 5. It might be down below. Oh, that runs. Oh, okay. Change that to a corner. Very nice. And now we should. So we're still missing one piece of steel somewhere. It might be down below. I don't see it around. That's all right. Okay. to check. Maybe it fell down behind the batteries. All right, so we should just have to put the writer in, and we can write to the LED. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it probably fell down through. It might be stuck under. All right, so we want to add. Oh, autosave. Okay. So, logic writer. And we're going to need that. And we're going to need that. So there, there, there. And I don't think we have a connection on the bottom. No. All right. So that should be all hooked up. I don't need that anymore. We shouldn't need that. So we want to say that the input is the, oh, of course I just missed it. Did it again. LED large, no. The input is the power percentage. And the output is to the LED. And we are going to put oh, what the hell? We're getting state writer. Let's try that. Now, I think mode 1 is the percentage. Ooh, yeah, we should probably turn that on so we can. Oh, we don't want color. All right, let's try that. But we need to change the mode. So, question is can I use a memory chip just to output mode 1, state 0? Oh, we can just output it as the percentage for, or as the decimal for now. So we've got setting. So hopefully it should write that number. Okay, so obviously it's not outputting it as the percentage yet. But I have to figure out how to do that because I haven't done it yet. But very nice. And then maybe we'll put our suit. Well, no, I want to put the suit rack in here. But at least that gives us. Yep, see where we are gaining a charge. Very nice. Yeah, that'll work. So that lets us at least monitor. We don't have to go down there and check. Why? What did we run to get? What did we run to get? Oh, I dumped in from the waste tank. Okay. Oh, is up the temperature. Very nice. Obviously no CO2 left. And all right, so how do we change the mode on the LED? Oh, well, let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have to use the writer. Okay, so we're at 13 kPa, which is fine. 14, right around there. That is fine. The AC's running. And I don't think we pressurized that line yet. So, and you know, now that I'm looking at it, we will probably just connect that radiator line and make that one, and both ACs can tie into it. And we'll just run the we will just run the you know, more radiators across it. Probably look a little bit better on the outside. Plus the, you know, the radiators, the greenhouse. It's not gonna hurt to have some more radiators on there. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll just set that with the memory real quick. We can get the mode set. And we'll wait for this to drop down a little bit farther. Obviously, if we have a little bit going out into the base, that's fine. The base obviously is not pressurized right now. But we do have the base filter, so I just want to try to keep from dumping, you know, a lot of it in to the base. All right, so I think the way we're going to do this, which we obviously have a writer already set up. Okay, so what we can do is we can tell it to, we can use this one real quick to set it. So memory 1, we're going to set this to battery count, setting for mode, and it's outputting 1, which should have changed us to a percentage. Okay, now we're going to turn that off. We're going to set this back to 3, and we're going to tell it that our input is our power percentage setting, and then to the LED. And we should, if I did that correctly, be running at 100%. I'm assuming you don't have to constantly write a mode of 1 to it. I would assume that you only have to, yes. Okay, oh look, it's in white. I'd actually like to set a dial to that and change the color. I don't really want the white. I kind of actually was like, well, it matches the walls. I guess it's fine until we paint the walls. So yeah, so there we go. And that is an easy way to set that because we have the, you know, which, yeah, we are at 100% storage. So it might be time to add, you know, a few more batteries into the system. I think, which is going to be a little bit of a process because this line is in the way. So what we might do is drop this line through the floor, come up, and then that way we can run the supply line across the back without having issues. And then across the front. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Think about it. Maybe I'll not bend this as the curve and just run them across up here. and just use junctions, and then we can come down. That might work a little bit better. But yeah, so relatively simple if you get the math right, is your battery count, basically, the potential reader, which is reading off of the analyzer, which gives us our total stored, the reader just pulling off of one battery, and with the max, and then we're multiplying that times the battery count in the math unit to give us our total max storage. And then you just use a math unit to divide your potential by your max, and it'll give it to you out as a decimal. And then we just send it to the LED unit, and and that was pretty simple, just to drop this down to 1, run it through, set it to mode, set it to a percentage, and then you can put it back to your battery count. Just turn it off first so you don't, cycle through the numbers and, to whatever the other modes are. So yeah, that works out pretty good. And then once we get the walls down here, we won't see any of that. And yeah, obviously we're going to have to upgrade our storage soon because we are generating more power. We're having excess that we're losing because we're not storing it. So this is all tied in. The AC system is working good. So there's our total storage. I do think I want to change that color though, and just because it's kind of, I don't know, kind of glares, but it also just blends into the walls too. So it might be interesting to see later on about expanding that. Maybe we can do it if it's reading less than like 25%, it changes the color. So, maybe we'll do like 100 is green, 50 is like orange, and then, 25 is like red. Obviously, it's a percentage. It looks like it doesn't. That's weird. So it's reading 100%. I wonder how much of a percentage. You think it would be reading 99% right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of a rounding thing there going on there. So it has to get past, it's rounding up above 99 to be 100. So it's within, 0.5, half a percent accurate. So very nice. So it should be as soon as it hits 98.4, yep, drops down. Okay. So yeah, it does round. And it rounds up, obviously. So very nice. And then this is obviously a little bit more cleaned up. We might move that over. I don't know. I think I want to have the atmospherics here later on once we've got a kind of and pressure monitoring system going, because that's the other thing we're going to want to obviously be able to keep an eye on, though we can obviously see it in the corner of our suit. But it's nice to have the little displays there, especially if we are monitoring something. All right, so yeah, that was a little bit, took a little bit longer than I thought, of course, but that went relatively well, I guess. Yeah, so I think next episode, we're going to run the furnace and make sure that the CO2 system is able to, and we might go ahead and raise the furnace up, because I really want to see if that fixes the issue of if the grates there having the ingots fall in, or fall through. So I'm hoping that, I think it's just a matter of it needs to be up a little bit higher. Yeah, so we'll probably do that on the next episode. Yeah, do a test run of the furnace. We need some more iron made up anyway. I think we've got, iron, 44 iron, and one of these should be feel of steel, 135. So, and I think this is now empty. And I really wish this, it's not showing the contents. But, all right. So yeah, we can smelt up definitely a bit of iron. We might make a little bit more steel too. Maybe do a little bit of the copper, since we're gonna obviously use cabling, um, and we can see how that runs. And then what else do we need to do after that? If that runs fine, then we can plant the greenhouse. Um, and then I think the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna push out. Got an autosave, of course. We're going to push out, I think, behind here. Um, I kind of want to pull the furnace out, this one, because we're not using it. So maybe we'll actually just push out right here. Not a bad spot because it would put it at the front of the machines. But no, we're probably all right there. Um, so yeah, maybe we'll push out right here. And then I think I'm going to put the medical and whatnot in there. We get the cryo chamber, the stasis chamber. Um, the only thing I don't like about that is the chemistry table. I wanted to have it, kind of like in there as well, since that's like at the microwave and the cooking and stuff. But I think maybe we'll just put another storage locker in there because we shouldn't need anything else really besides that. So, yeah. All right. Well, this is Mickey D. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next stream. Have a good night.